Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going through my favorite travel art supplies. I am going on a trip for about 10 days, and as I was packing my travel art supply kit, I thought it would be fun to record a video of all of my favorite travel art supplies that I like to bring with me whenever I go traveling. So first up is my iPad. This is a tablet sleeve that I purchased off of Amazon. I think it's just a generic brand, but I'll link it in the description. This is a 12.9 inch iPad Pro, and I have my Apple Pencil, and I like to bring this with me whenever I travel just because it's really easy with Procreate to do digital art whenever I'm traveling, so I always bring this along. In the front pocket, I keep my notebook. I call this my ugly sketchbook. It's not really a sketchbook, it's a Midori MD notebook. But I just use it for like random, I call them ugly sketches, but it's just whenever I have ideas or something that I'm not gonna like make pretty, but I just want to like jot them down and not worry about it. I always do it in this notebook. So I keep that just in there in case I have like thoughts or ideas that I just want to get down on paper. Next up, I have my traveler's notebook stack, I guess it is. I have in the elastic here, I keep a Stillman & Byrne Epsilon series 3.5 by 5.5 inch sketchbook, and I like to keep this one just because again, it's compact and it's just easy for travel. The paper is nice and thick, and it's just easy to put in the elastic of my traveler's notebook. Last year during Inktober, I was traveling, so I have the little Inktober 2022 prompt list in there, but yeah. Also in the elastic, I have this flat pencil case. This kind of holds just like my bare bones sketch kit. Like there's nothing like super special in here, but I have this little Traveler's Company Travel and Sketch watercolor palette. I like this one just because it's super small and flat, and it fits inside this flat pencil case. It's about the size of a credit card, obviously a little bit thicker, but it's really, really tiny. And it's filled with Van Gogh watercolors. Nothing expensive, but it's just good for on-the-go kind of watercolor stuff. And then it also came with this really tiny water brush, which is nice. I also keep this random gray Copic marker in here. This is a Copic sketch marker in toner gray 10. I don't know why I keep this in here. It's just a gray marker. It's just an extra one, and I shoved it in there one time, and I don't know, it just lives in there now. I guess you never know when you need a gray Copic. Next up is my Factus BM2 mechanical eraser. It's just a nice compact eraser. It is in like the form factor of a pen, and you can just click it when you need more. For pencils, I keep this Uniball Kurutoga Elite mechanical pencil in a 0.5 millimeter, as well as a Blackwing red pencil, just in case I want to sketch in red, which I often do. I also keep this Papermate Inkjoy Gel 0.7 gel pen. It's just a random pen, but it's waterproof, so I just kind of threw it in here. It's useful to have a pen in case I want to draw on ink. And lastly, I just have some paper towels in here. Just again, if I'm using my little watercolor palette and my water brush, it's nice to have a paper towel just because the water brushes can be kind of difficult to control the amount of water you get. Next up is the Traveler's Notebook itself. This is a Traveler's Company standard size Traveler's Notebook in olive. I have a lot of colors of these. I have a camel and a black and a blue and a brown, but I'm a little bit of an addict, I guess, but right now I'm just using the olive because it's the newest one, and I don't know, I'm digging the colors. So these are nice because obviously I can shove a lot of stuff in the elastic and carry it around with me, and I have this little pen loop that I carry, this Traveler's Company pencil. This pencil is useful just because it fits in the pen loop, and the eraser and the pencil portion are replaceable, and it's just really convenient. And then I like these notebooks because you can replace the inserts with different papers or different like use cases. So like right now I have these two inserts in there. One is a Midori white paper insert. This is the same paper that is in my ugly sketchbook, except it's white instead of cream. And this is a new one. I just put some stickers on it and threw it in there just to have a fresh one for the trip. I like this paper because it handles obviously pencil and pen and ink pretty well. It handles light washes of watercolor too. It does buckle if you use a lot of water, but it doesn't really bother me. Again, this isn't like supposed to be a precious, like beautiful sketchbook. This is just kind of like if I'm in a car or just kind of walking around or whatever and I just want to draw something, this kind of does the job. So I like it for that. And then I also keep this other insert, which is a lightweight Tomoe River paper insert from Traveler's Company. This one is just kind of like scrap paper. Sometimes I draw on it, sometimes my kids draw on it, sometimes we play hangman in it while we're waiting in line for a ride. Like it's just random paper. There's like 120 sheets in here, so it's just nice to have in the back here whenever I need it. So yeah, that's my Traveler's Notebook stack, and this is just what I grab if I don't want to carry very much. If I'm just like sitting in a car, I can throw it in my bag when I'm walking around or something if I think I might want to draw. Like if I'm taking my kids to the playground or to the pool or something like that, this is just what I would grab. Next up is my chunkier art kit. This is a Lehit Lab zipper pencil case. It's nothing special, but it does the job. It has a lot of compartments and it's tall enough that I can fit either Tombows or colored pencils in it, so that's why I chose this one in particular. In the front, I keep my fine liners. These are Copic SP multi-liners. I have one in 0.3 and one in 0.5. And I'll swatch these in the back of my Epsilon notebook here, just so you can see what I have. I have a Pentel Slicky. This is, I think it's a 0.25, but it's waterproof. And also this Pentel Energel 0.5. Again, it's waterproof. They're just smooth writers and I like to have them for line work when I'm not in the mood for a multi-liner. I also have this Tombow Fude brush pen in soft brush. This is one of my favorite brush pens. I just really like the feel of the brush tip and the line weight variation you can get with this one. This is a Pentel Pocket brush pen. I keep this one with a gray ink cartridge in it, just so that I have some gray. I like to use it just to add some dimension or something. If I'm drawing in black and white, I can water it down to get different shades of gray. And lastly, I have my Kuretake brush pen number 22, just to have a black brush pen that's a bit thicker than the Tombow. And again, this one is easy to water down to get different shades of black and gray. On the other side of the front of my case, I have just a pair of travel scissors. I just like to have them. I have a couple of Pentel Aquash brush pens. This one is a flat brush and the other one is a pointy tip brush pen. I just like the variety. It's nice to have them around. I keep a white and a gray Faber-Castell Polychromos colored pencil. I just keep the white and the gray in the front because I use them the most, because I'm not always coloring, but I do a lot of, black, white, and gray. I also keep this Midori metal ruler. I just like it because it folds open. If I need to draw straight lines or something like that, it's just nice to have with me. And then also this little pad of vellum sticky notes. These are useful in case I make mistakes in ink or something. I can just throw a sticky note on top and fix my mistake. In the back of my case, on the left side, I keep my little bullet pencil sharpener. This is just a really tiny pencil sharpener and it fits nicely in here, so I keep it in there. I also keep these eraser refills for my Traveler's Company pencil, as well as some little refill pencils for the Traveler's Company pencil as well. On the right side, I keep my Art Philosophy Co. Pastel Dreams watercolor set. This is a newer set, but it fits nicely in here, so I put it in here. It's nice to have, and I will link to the video of me unboxing and swatching that in case you missed it. Lastly, I have a small selection of, again, polychromos colored pencils. These are just some colors that I like to have with me. I have a lot of pinks and reds because I use those a lot for like coloring blush on skin tones. And then I just have some bright colors that I like to have around. So yeah, those are all the supplies that I keep in my chunkier art travel case. This is like something that I would pull out like if I'm in my hotel room or wherever I'm staying and I want to sit down in the evening and do a little bit more intense drawing or sketching. This is kind of what I pull out. And then I also have these sketchbooks. I have a couple of them. I haven't decided which one I'm taking on this trip yet, which is why I have a stack of 3 of them, but basically they're 3 brand new sketchbooks. 2 of them are Moleskines. The unopened one is just a Moleskine art journal, and the open one is a Moleskine watercolor journal. And then I also have this Talon's art creation sketchbook, so I'll bring one of these. I don't know which one yet. I haven't decided. But yeah, that is it for my travel art supplies. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you have any travel art supplies that I'm missing out on. I'd love to hear about it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!